Good everyone, this is Quick 35. We're going to talk about project management and strategy planning. My name is Mr. Bright.
My name is Tijani Rihanna.
My name is Academic Success. I'm Osho.
My name is Abdulmalik Kaur. First of all, what is project? Project is an undertaking carried out in very collaborative team, possibly involving design and research that is carefully planned in order to achieve a particular goal. Next thing, what project management process? This is an approach in project planning, organizing, and managing resources that results in a project meeting its objective. It requires skills, knowledge, and a clear understanding of the processes that underline a specific project. And these processes involve initiating, executing, planning, monitoring, and closing. The groundwork, clarifying its value, and setting the objective, and estimating the cost, the scope, and the length of the project. This is called the initiation process. The charter, a key document of approval and support from the senior management. It can be gotten in order to kick off the project. It involves a clear statement of objective, estimated start and end date of the project, in the name of relevant people and their role, and a tenacity project. This is critical for a good start of a business. Another initiative process involves a kick-off meeting. This kick-off meeting is led by the project manager, and he reviews the charter and it discusses the next step that needs to be taken. Planning. This is the roadmap and guide for executing the project and describes the components needed in order to ensure success. It includes organizational charts, detailed description of the project, details about meetings, reviews success metrics, and notations about any informational system or monitoring tool that will be used. Now we have execution process. This involves coordinating efforts to ensure the tasks WPS are carried out properly. For the project manager, tasks to be executed must be communicated with the stakeholders, assigning tasks, negotiating contracts, coaching team members, holding meetings, and writing updates, doing presentations for the board. Project manager is advised to spend less time here and spend more time in other processes, especially planning. Here we have monitoring and controlling process. It tracks the process from the start to the finish, pinpointing any deviation from the plan. Project manager pays close attention to reports and dashboards that might show early warning signs that tasks have fallen behind. The critical plan is the longest path through the project, and it identifies those tasks that cannot be delayed without affecting the finish time. Monitoring tasks that fall along the critical path is especially important. The last process is called the closing process. It's formally about ending the project in an orderly way. The sponsor may need to sign off all deliverables that have been received and accepted, and the teammates may be reassigned to their regular jobs. The project manager holds a final meeting. The closing process includes a document that states the lessons learned from the project so that the experience can benefit other team members and add to the organization's knowledge base.
Let's talk about project management software. To start with, what is project management software? Project management software is a software that can be used for project planning, scheduling, resource allocation, and change management. It allows project managers, stakeholders, users to control costs, manage budgeting and quality management. And also, it can also be used for administrative system. Though project management system can be used in various ways, its main purpose is just to facilitate the planning, tracking of project components of stakeholders' resources.
And I'll be talking on how projects succeed and why they fail. Why do projects fail? Projects fail because of lack of effective leadership. If the leadership team doesn't support the arrangement of the success of the project, it is easy for the project to fail. Also, if the project team doesn't use their time well by monitoring and controlling how the project works, it is very easy and it has a very high chance of the project to fail. In addition, every project has a high measure of uncertainty and risk, and estimating the effort of a project accurately is very difficult. It requires an experienced personnel to deal with this issue. Also, a major contributor of project failure is when estimation is based on insufficient information or managing of resources, and the tendency to continue in this project is very high, even though the project will actually fail in the end. Success factors for a project. The keys to delivering successful projects are time and budget. Projects need to be monitored without a lackadaisical attitude, and training should be made towards the accomplishment of the project. If this is done, the project will be successful. Also, project managers need to be willing to make decisions, consult other members of the team about the project, have a good strategy, and also support the success of the project.
And I'll be talking on the topic information systems for strategic planning. Information systems is a vital system of an organization, and therefore adequate and strategic plans have to be put in place to make sure that the information systems align with the strategy of a company. Strategic information systems planning is the process of identifying a portfolio of computer-based applications that assist an organization in realizing its business goals and executing its business plans. The plan focuses on the following areas. Number one, the visions, principles, and policies of an organization are key drivers of IT decisions made in an organization. They control, but are not limited to, IT expenses, personnel's granted access to IT resources and how they are controlled, then the flexibility of the enterprise architecture, which all lead to target. Number two, project portfolio management. This outlines how an organization guides new investments in information systems projects which support the business goals. It's a continuous process that oversees all the projects of an organization, selecting which project to pursue per time and managing the whole portfolio. Number three, disaster recovery and business continuity. Disasters are unfortunate occurrences that could happen to any organization at any point in time. So what is disaster recovery? Disaster recoveries are the plans, the procedures, the resources that an organization extends in preparing for a disaster and also recovering the infrastructure technology. And not only recovery alone, but to ensure the continual smooth operation of the business after such a disaster. Examples of these disasters include natural disasters, pandemics, security breaches, and environmental hazards. A typical example is the post-pandemic, during pandemic, and pre-pandemic condition where companies have to transition from working on site to working from home. Number four, technology and industry trends. This involves being aware of and planning for the changes and evolutions that could occur in the sectors that guide the operations of an organization. Such sectors include the IT sector, finance sector, economic sector, government rules and regulations, and also policies. It is important because it could affect the future of an organization. A classical example is the transition from 2G to 5G network. Thank you.
In project management and strategic planning. One of the biggest challenges to successful project implementation is the evolution of a project team. The challenge of taking a diverse group of individuals with varying backgrounds and experiences from different functional areas and sometimes conflicting agendas can lead to unsuccessful project implementation. Some of the reasons why projects can be unsuccessful is lack of resources, poor communication, unclear objectives, competition, and scope creep. But the one main factor that is most often ignored is the human factor or elements. So, what are the human elements in project management and strategic planning? This seeks to answer the fundamental question of how we can get our teams to work together more effectively from the start. It is built upon the foundation of human needs, psychology, and emotional intelligence, which provides project managers and leaders with the effective tools and strategies to understand and respond to team members. Armed with this understanding, a project manager can have an unprecedented level of confidence in their ability to effectively manage the most challenging teams and situations. There are 6 basic human needs that a project manager needs to understand to get a successful project implementation. This is certainty, uncertainty, contribution, love and connection, growth, and significance. So how can a project manager effectively utilize these human needs to get his project to be successful? Knowing how to handle difficult people and situations more effectively, maintaining control of their emotions, gain commitment to objectives without coercion, learning the most effective way to lead teams, learning to understand team members and their needs, initiating repeatable processes for sustaining a successful team. Finally, project management and strategic planning is the backbone of a successful project. The management of an organization has to carefully implement strategies like teamwork and providing adequate resources and utilizing resources for projects. The management also has to provide accurate information that will increase effective decision making to ensure a successful project. Thank you.